I've not really enjoyed not seeing my friends, not doing my activities. Well, and I've enjoyed like getting to spend time with my mum and my nan, but it can be a pain sometimes. At the beginning, I felt like it was going to be just like a few weeks, no school, yay. But as it got longer, my heart felt a bit lost.
What I haven't enjoyed about it is that I don't get to go to the special places that make me happy.
One thing that I'm kind of struggling about lockdown is just not seeing my friends at school.
The main one is bored, anxious, and even a little bit frustrated.
I would say uneasy, bored, and then annoyed.
What worries me is that there might be another lockdown.
The only thing that worries me is that they won't find a solution to kill the coronavirus, and someone really close to me will get it, and then they'll get really ill, and I'll just get so sad.
It's been difficult for me because we're not used to going on the computers, and at school we will be having the teachers there beside us.
Well, it's been 50-50 because some of it's been easy, some of it's been hard, and my mum's not quite a teacher.
It has been quite concerning. Just within the household, it's been kind of difficult not arguing as much since we've been locked in a house together and we're not used to that since we all go to work or go to school. But also, like in my more extended family, it's been sort of worrying because different people might not have work after furlough, but also with older family members and how they're coping with having to live alone, or also how they're coping with like those stresses of possibly getting ill.
Well, me personally, I have two key workers as parents, and it was a strain at first thinking they're out there, they're working hard, and they might get infected, they might die from corona, and it put a strain on my family.
I mostly miss my friends during lockdown because I normally see them all day and every day. It's weird not seeing them.
What I've missed the most is my friends because I wonder how they're doing. I just miss them so much.
It's made me feel pretty sad because, well, I kind of feel depressed not being able to see them all the time.
It's made me feel sad because I always miss them, I always think about them all the time, and I just want to know how they're doing.
It has made me feel really lonely and upset. The person who helps me cope is my mum, my dad and my sister.
Scared. What's helping me cope is technology because I can still listen to my friends and call them.
It was hard to not do the things I would normally do.
I'm actually looking forward to go back to school, and nothing really worries me except that it won't be as comfortable in the classroom as I normally would. That's because I haven't been there for a long time.
Well, I've been attending school and I'm looking forward to it because I want to see more of my friends and I want to spend more time with my teachers and learn.
Just making sure that every time I come home from being outside, I'll wash my hands like every time. I need to make sure that I'm always washing my hands. In school, also, rather than just going straight to lunch, I need to think that I should wash my hands, especially after certain lessons. And I think this applies to many other students. So when they have like food tech and they've been cooking food, just making sure that they're washing their hands and making sure that their hygiene is good. So when they're eating and sharing cutlery and stuff, no germs are spread. Things like studying, just making sure that I'm reading and that I'm not absorbed by technology too much. Yeah, just reading stuff online and things like that. Basketball, as I said, just going outside, making sure that I'm active and getting the physical activity in with my family.
We've both been cycling to go and see our friends who live kind of close, because it's nice to do a bit of exercise but have like somewhere that you're actually trying to go.
Well, it's made the future a lot more uncertain. On a very sort of personal and very like near future way. It's been kind of stressful with exams since I'm not sitting my GCSEs this year after all. It's made it really kind of worrying what grades I'm going to get, because I feel like I've got a lot less control over it, and in turn that makes it a lot more difficult to predict and to choose which sixth form I'm going to be able to go to, since I don't really know what the future's going to be like in terms of school and exams. And then just in the further future, it's also made it uncertain because we don't know how long we're going to have to live in lockdown or how long we're going to have to be socially distanced, and if we're ever going to really be able to go back to school and to work normally.
Well, in the beginning, I kept up to date 24/7 with the news, and it was quite overwhelming with all the deaths, with all the fake news, sci-fi was fake and real. But I had a lot of questions as well. I wanted to know, how did it start? How can this be treated? How can we help slow it down? And the news over time, it really did help me.
Well, I have been keeping up with the news as best as I can. I personally have found it quite confusing because so many different sources have said such like different things. There's been a variety from it's not that big a deal to it is a massive deal and we need to be really worried.
I'd say that the government should definitely have people give lessons on hygiene in schools to help spread awareness of how easily germs can be spread, and just to show them how easily viruses can be like caught and spread. I feel that the government should make sure that schools have hand sanitizers everywhere. Hopefully the world can be more supportive of each other and more together.
I would like the world to be more peaceful and more grateful for what we have and the freedom that we have. And I think like people should more take this time to appreciate what they have